Hi, I'm Joe Sanwright Callender, the author of The Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational program. And I feel a little, you know, out of sorts this morning because I realized I haven't done a vlog regarding my picture book in a while, maybe a week or so. But there's that frog again, sorry. But my thoughts have been to, let me just turn this a little bit, to kind of do a series on a current topic. And I mentioned in the last blog that a friend and I, Marnie Norris, are working on a workshop, putting together a workshop that would help educators help students who have had a lot of behavioral issues that, well, interestingly enough, Marnie shared this article with me, which I will go into detail. I'm not going to even give the title or anything right now, but it was interesting to me to find out that a lot of educators who work with students with special needs um, and our general ed population as well have seen that there's a increase in aggressive behaviors post COVID. And this was not really something that just appeared. Apparently, there has been a trend in schools to work with students, teachers working with students who are having some of these behaviors. Then COVID hit, students went home, and that's when most of you who know that I started this vlog, I kept thinking, oh, what are my former students going to do being at home and engaging only with a screen? And that really, really bothered me because I can remember being a classroom teacher and having my different assistants and my occupational therapist and my physical therapist and the behavior therapist, all of us working as a team to help our students with autism or who are on the spectrum negotiate how to work through a lot of the things that they really just didn't understand or didn't have the communication skills to let us know that they were having difficulties with. And so there was a lot of reading body language, anticipating the need to intervene to help regulate the student and co-regulation skills where we first modeled the behavior and then came back and assisted the student in uh, actually doing the same things that we've modeled. Okay, cut to COVID and the isolation period where all of the schools were closed around the world. And coming back to school, we found that the study found that students were pretty much okay when school started, but they were still disoriented because of the masking and the plastic partitions in between desks. But the real issues started when it's post pandemic, the endemic period, when everything was going back to normal. Well, that was 2.5 to 3 years of a child's life, the formative years. And a lot of them started kindergarten during this period of the COVID isolation lockdown. So we have students in this current school that we're going to be working with who haven't had that socialization process or developed social skills and interactions with their peers for a period of time that most students would have if were it not for COVID. So in the series that I'm going to work on starting next week, I'm going to introduce some ideas that I've used, that I've read about, on how we can help our students get back on track. And these same skills, because a lot of these behaviors, I won't say even most, a lot of these behaviors come from a feeling of disorientation and not having the skills to regulate. So, in that, in some ways, in a lot of ways, impacts a student's self-esteem, and literacy skills also impacts a child's self-esteem. If they're trying to read and they know that they're not on the same academic level as their peers, that can cause um, dysregulation as well. So we're going to talk about all of these points, and I'll try to make it in the most concise method, and I'd like to keep under 5 minutes. It's one a little over, but that's what my new series will be. So hope to see you in the next couple of days, and I'll start with like an introduction, and I'll attach some of the research articles to that blog. Thank you so much for being here today, and have a fantastic, faithful weekend, and God bless you all for sticking with me for the 3 years that I've been on doing the Happy Little Garbage Truck vlogs. Take care. Bye-bye.